is going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. So today we're here to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. We're here to talk about some trade rumors because a surprising player has been linked to the Montreal Canadiens. Per David Pagnotta, a lot of people reported on this. Puck and Pyre. Apparently the Canadiens and the Detroit Red Wings are in and are linked to San Jose Sharks superstar Timo Meier. Yes, the Canadiens have been linked to Timo Meier. It's a bit surprising as they're in a rebuild. I know Timo Meier is pretty young. I know Timo Meier is still a lot to do in the National Hockey League. He's a young guy. He's getting in his prime at 26 years old. So far in this year, has 48 points in 51 games, almost a point per game pace. What's most impressive about him is he almost at 30 goals with 29. So yeah, really an impressive player. And Timo Meier for the San Jose Sharks has been linked to the Montreal Canadiens. And my question is, what do the Canadiens need to give out for Timo Meier? What would you guys be ready to give out for Timo Meier? And is it realistic to see Timo Meier with the Canadiens? And where does he fit in the lineup if he joins the team? It's going to be interesting watching this because the Canadiens, more and more I'm watching rumors and all of that. They've been linked to some players that are established players in the National Hockey League. So it might be interesting to see if they are ready to trade out some prospects to get a superstar caliber player, because that's definitely what they've been looking like they want to do over the last couple of weeks, because there've been a lot of rumors and they've been talking about Bo Horvat. There were some rumors talking about Horvat. Apparently the Canadiens were talking to the Vancouver Canucks about Bo Horvat. Timo Meier is on an expiring deal. He's going to be an RFA, so he's going to be a restricted free agent at the end of the season. It's going to be really interesting to see where he will end up. It will be surprising if he re-signs and stays with the San Jose Sharks. The San Jose Sharks are in a rebuilding situation. They're most likely to try and get as much value as possible for Timo Meier. He will most likely re-sign with a new team after the trade happens. So yeah, the Detroit Red Wings are a team that have been linked a lot to Timo Meier. There's been a lot of teams around the National Hockey League that have shown interest for Timo Meier. I mean, he's big, he's fast, he's strong, he has skills, he scores some goals. He is almost a point per game guy, one of the best players over the last couple of years for the San Jose Sharks, if not the best. So definitely a guy that will bring out interest over in the National Hockey League. And for the Canadiens to give out interest to players like that, there have been some rumors that the Canadiens even offered Philip Machar for Bo Horvat, but the Vancouver Canucks said no. And thank God, because it would have been horrific, because Bo Horvat is a UFA at the end of the season. And if you trade for a guy like him and he doesn't re-sign, it's kind of a waste of value. I'm not going to lie. But Timo Meier is an RFA, so he can't leave like Johnny Gaudreau did with the Flames. He can't just leave like that. He needs to at least negotiate with the team. They qualify him as an RFA. He can't sign anywhere he wants. He needs to negotiate with the team. At worst, he gets an offer sheet, and at worst, we get like 4 first-round picks. But honestly, I think that Timo Meier could be down to sign with the Montreal Canadiens, who are going to be competitive way faster than the San Jose Sharks. They're more advanced in their rebuild than the San Jose Sharks. So definitely a possibility. I definitely think that's a possibility. The Canadiens will try and acquire Timo Meier at the trade deadline. Sure is a possibility. So yeah, when you look at it, Timo Meier's been winning $5.6 million over the last 4 years. He was going to be an RFA. He's probably going to ask around 8.8, 8.5, something like that. For a couple of years. Don't know if he wants to sign long term. He's 26, so he still has a lot of hockey to play. If they sign him for 5 or 6 years, it would be a decent contract in my opinion, and it opens a window for the Canadiens to compete for the Stanley Cup. What would I be ready to give out for a player like Timo Meier? Well, honestly, when you look at our prospect pool, we have a lot of guys. I'm keeping Owen Beck. I'm keeping Joshua Roy. Those guys I'm keeping. But honestly, if they're down to take on Philip Machar, if they're down to take on Philip Machar, if they're down to take on a D prospect like Janus Trouble, if they're down to take like the first round pick of the Florida Panthers, honestly, I'm doing it. If they're ready to take on one of those two guys, either Machar or Trouble with the Panthers first round pick, I'm doing it. I'm taking Timo Meier. And honestly, I think that's what the Canadiens been trying to do. I think that they're trying to get a big, valuable superstar with the Panthers pick. I think that they're comfortable on only drafting with their pick. I think that they're comfortable doing that. And I think that they'd rather flip the first round pick for a player that can help them now than drafting a player that will need to wait like 4 or 5 years to develop. So definitely, if they want Machar in the first round pick, if they want Struble in the first round pick, I'm doing it 110% to get a player like Timo Meier. The reason why, just imagine 2 seconds, if the Canadiens acquire Meier, they sign him for 4, 5, 6 years, and they play him on that first line with Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki. Imagine a first line of Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and Timo Meier. That's almost the perfect line, and Timo Meier is almost the perfect fit for those two guys. Like, if you put Timo Meier with Suzuki and Caulfield, it's almost the perfect fit. So I think that the Canadiens see that, and I think that the rumors saying that the Habs have shown interest to Timo Meier are legitimate. I think that the Habs will try their hardest to land that player, fits perfectly in the rebuild plan. And the fact that he's an RFA is going to help them land him as well. So yeah, I'm all in for this, honestly, to see Timo Meier coming in Montreal and having a top 6 composed of Kirby Dach, Juraj Slafkovsky, Timo Meier, Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and maybe even Pierre-Luc Dubois when he will hit free agency. That would be a nasty top 6, I'm not going to lie. So definitely I think that we need to look at Timo Meier maybe becoming a Montreal Canadiens at the trade deadline. Trade deadline sure is a possibility, and I think that it sure is a possibility that the Canadiens will trade the Florida Panthers first round pick before the trade deadline, at the trade deadline, or before the draft for a valuable player that can help them win more faster than what they would get with a player at the draft. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this in the comments below. It's been your boy Tropical Habs, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day and enjoy the All-Star game tonight. Skill competition. So I hope Suzuki wins something. That would be nice. So yeah, it's been your boy Tropical Habs. Bye bye.